Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Smoking with Joe Thunder podcast. This is your host today, Elvis Freshlee.
Fresh.
I'm chilling out today. I got my co-host for the evening, the one and only Steven Steele, also known as The Crook.
How's it going?
Yo, what's going on, man? How you doing tonight?
Yo, I'm doing good. Feeling good.
Yo.
Feeling ready and focused.
Yeah. Right on, man. Appreciate you coming through and getting down with us tonight. This is an interesting one tonight.
Definitely appreciate you having me this evening, and it will be an interesting one. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We got to give a shout out to our official sponsor, Be Good Dispensaries. Located at 11 West Hampton, 114th and Cherokee Street in Northglenn, Colorado as well, right across the highway from Boondocks. We got a really interesting episode for you today. We got the one and only, the original and usual introduction maker and host of the show, JoeThunder.
What's up? How y'all doing?
Yo, man, what's going on?
Just chilling, man. Just chilling, you know.
How's your evening tonight?
Good. Been smoking some Be Good weed. You know what I mean?
We've been
Got
getting
those
down.
good deals, like you said, over there on 11 West Hampton.
Make
up north.
sure you go check it out.
Just chilling, bro.
Yo,
Another episode, right?
Yeah, man. Hey, it's cool, man. It's really good to have you in the hot seat tonight.
Oh yeah.
You know,
in the hot seat. You know
we
what I mean?
we always hear little snippets of your life and where you come from, how you grew up. We get a little bit of it from other people's podcasts here and there, but we haven't really been able to dig into who JoeThunder is and
let them know
what makes JoeThunder JoeThunder.
Kind of how it all happened.
Yo, let's let him in on your life. Being that this is your first time.
Yeah, this is my first time here.
First time in the episode.
Early years
on the podcast. Yo, why don't you let the people know who you are?
All right. Well, shit. My name is JoeThunder. You know, got a podcast, dope podcast, Smoking with JoeThunder. You know
Hell
what I mean?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My homie Elvis Freshlee.
Yo.
You know, shit, man. Been kind of just, doing like hip hop for a long time now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you've definitely been in the mix with it for a long time too. Denver hip hop specifically,
Right.
and obviously, you've always had your taste in music, but you've been to a lot of shows in Denver, like for early shit, a lot of like really. I mean, shit that people wouldn't even like. Oh shit, you
For
went
real,
to,
yeah.
You went to
I might age myself,
Like,
but yeah,
holy
man.
shit.
I've been to some dope concerts. I've
Yeah,
been to,
man.
Even recently within the last 10 years, 20 years, 10 years, 15 years, bunch
Yeah.
of local shit, man. Just, here and there and everywhere,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Before we get into all that, why don't you let the people know where you're from?
All right. Where I'm from is called like Dunham, which is like a little, I don't want to call it hood, but a little area which is in Swansea. It's all kind of like it's all, you have Glowville, you have Johnson, Elyria, you have Swansea, and then you kind of have Dunham, but then it's all kind of considered Swansea. I guess except for Glowville, right?
Yeah, not Glowville.
Yeah, Glowville.
Glowville's its own thing.
Yeah, once you get past the
Swansea and Elyria
is it the Coliseum? Yeah.
and Dunham are all one. They're like one little unit right there.
Yeah, I would call that the little unit, like you said, Dunham, like you said, Swansea and Elyria or Johnson.
Yeah, that's basically Swansea. All of that is everybody. Went to Swansea Rec Center or Johnson Rec Center.
For sure, I went to both of them.
Everybody, yeah,
Played
all the sports were through this. They worked together.
Yeah.
It's a cool little neighborhood. I'm from the same spot, man. We have that in common for sure.
Like a block on the other side of the park. Almost.
Didn't even know.
I didn't for the longest time.
I mean, by the time I was out there, you were already in college and shit.
Yeah, I was long gone. I'm a little elder.
I'm a little younger.
You know what I'm saying?
Just a little bit.
But yeah, kind of grew up in Dunham, man. Shit. Like I said, I remember when there was the little tunnel to go to Swansea. We used to go to Swansea for lunch in the summer. Every day.
Sick.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
All right.
Fucking go there, fucking run through the tunnel. You know what I mean? Because it's all dark and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
That's crazy.
Nah, if you were a G, you just fucking ran across it wasn't the highway, but you know what I mean? It's the fucking street and shit,
Right.
I remember Family Kitchen used to be right there. You ever remember Family Kitchen?
Yeah. I remember seeing. Well, I don't remember it being open.
Probably. It was probably closed.
But I seen it my whole life. You know what I mean? It's, I grew up down the street from it, but I never seen
We
it
had
open.
like a little restaurant.
And there was a King Soopers right there too. Back in the Safeway. I'm sorry. Yeah, back in the day.
Back in the day. Shit.
Do you remember that?
I remember it like I remember
Seeing
once.
You remember the building?
I remember going there like once. It was like
shit.
Halloween, and like we needed to get like Halloween candy to hand out or something. And my dad took us there.
Damn.
But that's like the only real recollection I have of that.
I don't even remember the building. I don't even remember. I never seen the building.
Right across from
I never seen the building. No, I know exactly where it's at. Where it was at. You know, that's where I caught the bus in the morning. But there was no. No building.
No, yeah, that
there.
shit was long gone. Because like I said,
gone.
that's when I was like super little. Like I couldn't even
really
tell you
remember
what grade
it.
I was in. I went to like early years like Annunciation in the East Side.
Right.
I think I went there to like 3rd grade.
Mm. And you went to
Public school
Whiteman.
after that, or
Yeah,
Whiteman. Yeah.
I kind of got kicked out. Like you know.
Yo,
what
it's
I mean?
Walt Whitman Elementary School, by the way. Right? That's where you went? You
I
went
went to
there after
Whiteman.
that? Right.
Whiteman.
Right. Well, I went to Whiteman. It was Whiteman to everybody, even the teachers. Everybody was Whiteman.
but that's not it.
Bro, it's named after Walt Whitman.
Could be shit.
And yeah,
It's wild.
That
Maybe not. Actually, I don't know if it's Walt Whitman. Might just be some white man. Anyways.
might just be the white man.
Yo.
It was right there by Law Air Force Base.
Right by Lowry, yeah. We got
Okay,
bust. You got
okay.
bust out there, right?
Uh huh.
That's crazy. What was that like?
Man, I'm trying to.
Do you remember? Do you
Yeah,
remember?
I actually do, man. I remember those years because I had to fight a lot. Like there was this big fool, and he literally like a block north of me, like the block, before the bridge type
Right.
shit. And he's a big motherfucker, and he used to like punk fools all the time. And I had to fight him one day. I ain't whoop his ass, but you know what I mean. I got him a couple
Yeah.
of times, and like he never fuck with me again. But shit like that, like I remember that, like for real.
Yeah.
I'm gonna age myself too. But I remember getting a pair of Jordans when I was at Whiteman. Like I don't know, like I was
Which ones?
the first ones, the original ones.
When they came out,
The
Yeah,
first
nice.
ones.
in like '86 or '87.
Yeah, I just had to make that. I knew which ones they were.
Original
I just had to make
prints.
that clear.
I remember we went to like Westminster Mall or some shit. And I want to say it was around Christmas or some shit. And I went to like Foot Locker, and they literally had every team color you could think of. Like they wasn't just come up with every team, like every colorway. And I was like, of course I got the black and blues.
okay.
You know what I mean? But I remember wearing those like the first day, and like I had this homie named Curtis. He lived on York on 44th, and he was all Jordan. Always loved Jordan, everything. And he had a pair. He was the only fool that had a pair of Jordans in the whole school. And then I got a pair. Like I remember fools talking shit. You know what I mean? Like
Just
nigga
hating.
haters, fool. Thinks like, that fool thinks he's all bad.
Thinks
and shit.
he's
He got
all
some
bad.
Jordans and shit.
Fuck that
pimping,
fool.
Fuck you. You know
Like,
what I
fuck
mean?
that fool in his Jordans.
You know what I'm saying? No, he was. Yeah, they were
He was
fool,
like,
for
yeah,
real. Like,
yeah.
you know, like
Those
it was
Jordans are
crazy,
sick.
bro.
That's
You know what I mean?
hilarious.
But that shit was crazy, man. We was so young back then.
Good memories, that
Well,
for
swell.
sure. Right.
Yeah, nothing too bad, man. You know,
Yeah.
like one of the things the homie Pod said, and I was thinking about this earlier, is like my generation is kind of like the last generation to really live, to be a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't have to really deal with any shit. Like maybe a little my senior year. Like that's when like 92, 93, that's when like that shit started happening. But like I was gone by then. We didn't have to deal with that shit.
Yeah, gang banging and shit
It
like
barely
that.
started, like the whole Swampton thing. That shit started when I was like maybe a junior or senior in high school. It was just getting started. I remember the fool that started and everything. You know, and we would ride bikes.
Yeah.
Do all the hoods, like we said, from Dunham to Swansea to fucking Elyria down to Glowville.
Yeah.
And that's what we would do. And that's just how that shit was, barely starting. So I didn't have to deal with that shit. Not even really fighting. I didn't really get in too many fights in high school or anything like that.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I was 93 was the summer of violence. So
See, and that was right after. Because, like I said, there were some shit. I do remember some shit my senior year. Like I remember gangs a little bit. Mm-hmm. Like TJ was like a Crip school. I went to TJ. His number Crips. And like I remember we would have like those days, like where you have finals and shit, or like those odd days where you have like a half a day off. Mm-hmm. And the Bloods would always come to our school. And I always start banging with the Crips. And they would come into school too and shit like that. You know what I mean? And I remember like kind of being in a situation like my senior year where like I had this homie named Narcipa, and he lived on the other side of the tracks in Dunham. And we would always, you know how you like, you know, get to school, start kind of fucking around, like kind of like boxing, but not boxing, just messing around and some shit, you know. Right. We were doing that shit. And like one of his homies from some other spot, like kind of like intervened on that shit, started tripping on me, you know what I mean? I was telling this fool like, chill the fuck out, fool, we're homies. Ain't even like that shit. What the fuck you know, what the fuck's your problem type shit. Anyways, this fool catches me in the parking lot, fucking during lunch, pulls a strap on me. And I'm like, hey, fuck, fool. I told you we're homies. Yeah. Like, he lives a couple blocks away. Why you tripping? And he kind of talked some shit and just kind of put it away. But this fool had me, bro. I went to go meet, like, my homies for lunch. And for some reason, my homies didn't show up. My homie that does the cards. And he was, like, in the corner of the parking lot at TJ. And this fool just rolled up on me. And, like, he could have got me easily, bro. It's crazy because 2 weeks later, he dropped his pistol in class in some other class. I wasn't in his class, but he was younger. But he dropped it in class, and they got him, bro. It was a wrap.
Damn. Damn. So that was the craziest thing you had to deal with that
I had to deal with or seen, because I seen some crazy ass shit. I seen some shit go down at Pepsi, bro, where motherfuckers, these gangster vato motherfuckers, they'd always post up on the corner, and these motherfuckers put out fucking sawdust from their dickies, fools, and started letting loose. Like, I see some crazy shit like that. Like Boys in the Hood on Crenshaw. It was motherfuckers started running and shopping at the clubs downtown where motherfuckers got killed.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And like, that shit was even crazier because it was at like the train station. I don't know what that club used to be called.
A Union Station?
Yeah, but it's like one way in, one way out. Like, you can't really get out. And this motherfucker started letting off, and he killed this motherfucker.
Damn.
Motherfucker, it was straight up. Fools was running wild, and like, I don't know how the fuck, but my homie like pulled up all crazy, and the fucking now I jumped in the back, and he started popping the fucking curves and everything. But it went down, bro. And after that night, they cut that shit.
Damn.
A little bit of wild shit there with the Nuggets.
Yeah, I was about that. The Broncos, the Nuggets used to go there all the time. I remember.
The Nuggets, what we do, bro, is I knew a couple of those fools, and we would go. We go early. We go like 7 o'clock, get our wristbands and our stamps, and just wouldn't have to do anything. Go in t-shirts, basketball shorts.
Yeah. You know,
fucking hats. You know what I mean? Ain't no one fucking these motherfuckers going there with pistols and everything. Ain't no one. They ain't searching us or nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
That shit, you know.
Yeah. Damn, what was the name of that place? Because I remember I used to go there, too.
I remember, like, that shit happened. Because, like I said, I would still kind of get, like, autographs here and there, like, at shit like that. And they had a Missy concert, like, the next weekend. And that was, like, the last. But that shit was, like, locked down. No, in the parking lot. I remember even, I had to jump out, like, I had to park. And she came out, and I jumped out real quick and got my shit signed. But it was, like, get the fuck out of here type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't miss none of that shit, bro. But
Denver's wild, bro. That's what they don't get. Is like, like they say, man, you got fucking thug motherfuckers in every place, bro. It ain't just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you can't just take it as a mountain town.
It'll go down here, like, you know, it's just getting even worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, so man, we getting into your life a little bit. Why don't you tell them about, you know, your introductions to hip hop and kind of where you started your passion for it?
Hell yeah, man. When I was young, like, my parents were always into music, and they kind of instilled that shit into us. And we used to go to Curtis Park Community Center during the summer. You know what I mean? We go every day, Monday through Friday, and they take us to the park, Lakeside, the zoo, you know, swimming, all that shit. And all the little RAs and all the cats that were in charge of us were all from the east side, you know, the projects in the hood right there. So they're into hip hop, and they're kind of putting us onto that shit. I was telling you, like, I never heard, what was it, Rapper's Delight? I never heard Rapper's Delight when I was young.
Right.
Like, I heard that shit in college. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
To me, like, the first shit that we were talking about was, like, hearing Midnight Star, like, Freakazoids.
Right.
Listening to Rocket by Herbie Hancock. All that kind of instrumental breakdancing music.
Yeah, that shit's hard.
And fucking, like I said, I remember going to camp one day, and they were taking us to the 16th Street Mall. And that's when I kind of caught my first, like, couple albums. It was right next to, like, Walgreens on the 16th Street Mall. I don't remember what it was called. But I went there, I bought, like, 3 albums. I was telling you the Cameo with Attack Me With Your Love and Single Life. I don't know why, but that just caught my ear, bro. The Boogie Boys.
Oh, shit.
Fly Girl.
Yeah.
All right.
And then fucking Roxanne Shante.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the first kind of shit that I bought my own. You know what I mean?
Right.
You probably played the fuck out of that shit till it was done up.
Oh, all day, bro. All day. I have a crazy story about the Boogie Boys shit. So, like, the Boogie Boys was kind of like one of my favorite groups growing up. I was telling you earlier, like, my first kind of favorite groups were, like, the Boogie Boys, UTFO, Houdini, and, like, the Fat Boys. Those are my shit right there. And Dana Dane. I'll tell you that earlier.
That's
Dana
right.
Dane.
You said that was the shit.
That fool was cold. Cold. You know what I mean? But fucking that was like my early shit right there. And I just remember these guys just like putting us on the music. We listen to music every day, new shit. You know, KDKO, going here, going there.
Damn, KDKO.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, we interviewed
Ricky O.
Ricky
Shout
O.
out.
Oh, damn, real Ricky O.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ricky O.
That was like my little first like kind of introduction. I was lucky too, man, because I got to go to like concerts at a young age. You know what I mean? During that time
Yeah.
period.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, what were some of the earliest shows that you went to?
First one.
I don't know. Well, the first one, like was with my parents. Like it's probably like the Temptations or the Four Tops or like some
That's
Some
still
of that
pretty big
shit.
time.
That's still
Some
sick though. That
Cool 105
right, I'm
shit.
saying
you know
even
what I
those.
mean?
Yeah, what did you?
And then even like I was telling you, Michael Jackson. I see Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
But my first concert that I kind of went to, I don't know. I want to say it was at the Fillmore, which was called the Mammoth. And I honestly think it's the one I was telling you guys about. Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, Kumo D.
Okay.
These cats called the Skinny Boys, which I know none of y'all know who the fuck these motherfuckers
Not gonna
are.
front. No.
You know what I'm saying? They're on Apple. Check them out. And then the cats from here, HBO, they were youngsters and they opened for that shit. But I want to say that's like one of my first concerts. And that shit was crazy, bro, because I love Kumo D. He was dope. You know what I mean?
Yo,
And then Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Like I told y'all earlier, I think their first album, Rock the House, is the best hip-hop album ever, of considering all the elements.
right.
Okay.
And those cats were like 17, 18. And I remember Jazzy Jeff broke out 3 turntables and was cutting it the fuck up like nothing I've ever seen before. And this is 80, probably 86, 87. Like killing it. And then I remember Ready Rock C. I'm standing to him like the whole time. Well, he's at kind of like the bar drinking water or soda, whatever, and he gets on stage. You know what I mean? He does his whole little fucking song that he has, which is fucking crazy. You know what I mean? But I want to say that was like my first concert, one of my first ones.
Okay.
That, and then, like I said, around that same time, I remember seeing, it was Dana Dane,
All right.
the Fat Boys, UTFO and Salt Pepper. I remember Mixmaster Ice from fucking UTFO came out in a Ninja, Black Ninja, fucking, he was cutting it up all fucking sick, bro. It
Damn.
was tight, bro. It was
Okay.
fucking
That's
crazy.
fucking sick.
These fools, like, this shit was funny. These fools all came out and, you know, RIP, you know, Kango Kid and all those cats, but it was funny. They're talking shit because they were all, Kango Kid and all them were all about the ladies, and they said some shit, bro. They brought these trash bags out on fucking stage, and they was talking shit to the chicks and stuff. And then they opened the trash bags and like got them full of air and shit. And like now we got like Jimmy, you know, it wasn't Jimmy hats, but now we got some rubbers on. We want to come and fuck, you know, and it was some
Yeah.
fucking rappers of fucking the bitches and shit. It was hilarious, you know what I mean?
That's dope.
It was funny as fuck.
That's funny.
I was young. I was like I said, fifth, sixth grade. The Beastie Boys, License to Ill.
Okay.
I told y'all I came home smelling like beer and a beer can. My mom was like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Mom, they're throwing out 1,000,000 beers, pouring beer on everyone. It's a souvenir. You know, I ain't drunk. You know what I mean?"
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Exactly.
Oh, lit.
Okay.
So,
I was telling you, Run DMC and Bobby Brown
That's
at
dope.
it was across from the convention center. We used to call it Denver Auditorium. I had seen wrestling there back in the day. Hulk Hogan.
where at?
And
Where was it at?
So you had the convention center. It was literally right across from it. It's called the Denver Auditorium. I'm gonna tell you some shit.
I remember the auditorium.
The
Go ahead.
first wrestling I ever seen there was this cat Tito Santana
Oh, damn.
and the Iron Sheik motherfucker, and they had a beef, bro. This was like some
shit.
shit back. And there's this fool called the Claw, and like I was young though.
Iron
This is when
Sheik.
I was super young. My neighbors took
Damn.
me. But it was wild, bro. Like Tito Santana, if you don't know, back in the day,
He was the man.
he's the fucking man. And Iron Sheik was like the villain, like the Joker, bro. And that was the type of shit, wrestling shit
That's
I ever
sick.
kind of
That's
seen,
dope, to be honest with you, bro.
That's hella
That's
sick.
big time.
You know, I remember going to McNichols and watching the fucking Andre the Giant versus the Hulk, the Silver Dome, whatever WrestleMania that shit is. Going to McNichols and watching that shit.
Damn.
Damn. That's dope.
So I seen NWA at McNichols.
Yeah.
You know, watched you like 4 metal detectors getting that bitch. Got shot at
Crazy.
afterward. You know what I mean?
And they're mad about the metal detectors outside.
Outside, different story. Because you remember, like, I don't know if you remember McNichols, but like we didn't.
I used to work there.
We parked on fucking Feds. So
Damn,
walk
when
up
you used to
that
be able to
big
do
ass,
that shit.
Walked up that big ass hill like blocks, not like in the parking lot. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's a little miss. So, and you got a bunch of rowdy motherfuckers there. You know, that's when NWA was.
Yeah.
That's
on
the
that
first
shit.
time I ever heard a DOC at that concert. I didn't know who he was.
Oh,
And
shit.
My homie was like, this fool came out like a week or two ago. Like, this fool's dope as fuck. And this fool, because I guess the rumor was that Too Short got shot. So he didn't make the Denver show. So they put the DOC in his place. But DOC went there and fucking ripped that shit, bro.
That's
like,
dope.
And then, like, after I said, he went on and then fucking, then NWA Eazy joined him and shit. That shit was live.
Crazy.
Damn, the DOC, what could have been, right? But damn, that's dope. That's dope, bro.
That shit was wild, though, bro. That was, like I said, it was, openers were De La Soul. They did like 2 songs. They did Me, Myself, and I.
It's crazy.
Slick Rick was after him, and I hate to say this because I love Slick Rick, but he got booed.
Damn, he got booed.
Yeah, they weren't feeling him.
Damn, that sucks. I seen Slick and he
What?
killed it. But go ahead.
No, I'm
yeah.
talking. This is in '89,
Yeah,
bro.
back in the
Everyone
day.
went there to see NWA, fool.
They were ready.
Everyone there went to see NWA, Eazy-E, and LL, the headliner. Ain't no one, you know what I mean? I'm not keeping it real, bro. Like, you know that time when
Yeah.
NWA came out? Motherfucker, we ain't trying to see De La Soul or Slick Rick. Probably not even LL, keeping it real.
Right.
We're trying to see NWA and Too Short. Those are the ones, like, you know what I mean?
Well, Denver's a West Coast city.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, everybody's all
Yeah.
West Coast
Yeah,
over
so, I
there.
mean, yeah, that's what that shit. I mean, we got shot at after the concert, bro. Like, you know what I mean? The fucking motherfucking, yeah, they boosted.
That's
Rick.
crazy.
It's crazy, but
That's wild.
that was a dope show. Like I said, LL,
They booed Slick Rick.
LL
Damn.
headlined that shit.
That's fucking wild.
Shit, shout out to Slick Rick because
Yeah, he's
He
the man, man. He's
yeah,
like
he
one
should
of my
never
favorite
get
rappers
booed.
ever.
LL was the headliner.
Yep. He brought a bed out on the fucking stage, bro, and grabbed a couple of
Shit.
honeys out this fucking crowd and fucking grinded them all up and shit. That
Oh
shit was
my
hilarious.
God.
That shit was hilarious. I swear to
That
God.
feels fucking ridiculous.
that's funny.
For real.
I actually met LL, but we'll save that for another day.
Oh, yeah.
And then what? And then what were you? What was
Shit, high school was next.
Yeah.
I played football a couple years, you know what I mean? After I didn't play my senior year. But shit, like I'm trying to think. I remember like I seen Coppin Ghetto Boys,
Yeah.
a bunch of bass shit.
Yeah.
My homie Tony, who he kind of has a lot to do with me getting into the Denver shit. But I remember him putting me on the Cypress Hill for the first time. Him bringing me the tape, like, you gotta listen to this, homie. You gotta peep this shit out. These Mexican
Right.
cats. I think they're from New York. That shit was hard. Just Kill a Man.
That's
Hell
sick.
yeah.
That's when it start kind of, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
going a different direction.
Yeah.
But what else came out? Like House of Pain, Funk Dubious, I remember all that shit. I'm trying to think. DJ Quick, I remember that shit was in high school.
Right.
Yeah.
When that shit, when they talk about the podcast about him coming to Denver and all that fucking, just like Compton.
Just like Compton,
Right.
yeah.
I was probably I was a senior. I remember that shit when that happened.
Yeah.
He got
Yeah.
arrested the next day. I didn't go or anything, but I mean, I remember that shit. So like, think of that too. We were listening to DJ Quick, AMG, Second to None.
Yeah, their clique was dope.
Yeah, their shit was tight. High C.
I see, yeah.
Oh fuck, Lighter Shade of Brown.
Damn.
What?
Yeah. They had the
Proper
movement.
Dose. People don't know. I was bumping Proper Dose the other day, bro.
Damn, Proper Dose was, yeah, they were kind of underground. I remember getting their single initially.
Feed Me Heine, bro. That's my shit. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Trying to think of even some more, man. I think Naughty by Nature was kind of maybe coming out.
Yeah, early 90s.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I was talking about like a little bit earlier was the bootlegs at the flea market, Too Short, Candyman, Tone Loc, shit like that. But I was young. I'm a little kid catching the bus home.
Do you remember when they did the B-boy jam down at the DCPA?
I don't, bro.
You didn't go to that?
I don't know how the fuck I missed that shit.
I know it was like the biggest
Yeah, exactly.
thing in
What year was
Denver.
it?
Oh fuck, 90 something.
I might not have been here.
Oh no, maybe it was 80 something.
I thought it was earlier.
It's like 80
I don't
something.
remember that shit.
No, yeah, it was like 87, 86. Let me see. I'm gonna look it up. Well, yeah.
I don't know how I missed that shit. For real. I kind of think about that shit because I was definitely here like a kid. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was back in the day.
I want to say besides like the music, we would go to like the club as kids. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like what the, like generations, like the teen clubs and shit.
Yeah, but it was called like one was after the Gold Rush.
I remember that.
On
Was
Sixth.
6th and Sheridan, right? Yeah.
That was high school.
Hollywood Legends even used to do
Damn.
that.
There used to be this place where we used to go to like up in Westminster. It's like it used to be like a religious place, like sell shit like that. But it used to be called Club LA.
Mm-hmm.
But we had like a couple spots that we go. We drink 40s in the van. We all fucking tore up
yeah.
in there and shit. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm even talking about. That when we did all that shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
There weren't like no fights or anything. There were no fights. There weren't no shootings. There wasn't really none of that shit. Like,
Well,
You know,
do you
it's-
think it might be safe to say that the gangster rap wasn't as a prevalent influence at that time,
it was getting there because you even seen that shit in the hood. You know what I mean?
but it wasn't what it became at that
I
point?
missed that shit. I
Okay.
left, like I said, I left in '92.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of getting there because I mean, like I was telling you earlier, like I went to TJ, and it was mostly all Crips.
Okay.
Like it was all Crips.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think there might have been one blood. But I don't know why, but he got a pass. Like it was weird, and he would wear blue too. Sometimes it's kind of weird.
So everybody was getting buzzed from the east side.
Yeah, but the Bloods would come in and they would kind of like try to take over the school and shit. And like we weren't having it type shit. All the fools at our crib, and it's crazy. I used to have this homie, Kareem. Man, he lived like on 44th and Adams, and there used to be a couple cats I used to hang out with. There was the homie Kareem, this cat Nima. Played basketball, and this homie Pat Greer, he went to South, played football. They're older than me. I was hung out with older cats, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was crazy because like this is years after we kind of hung up because he got into gang banging and he became a Blood. And he was going to Washington, George Washington, because like we were talking about earlier, our shit changed. Like where I lived, you went to TJ. If you lived on the other side of Steele, you went to South. If you went to York, whatever, you go to Kennedy and even Washington. But he got kicked out of Washington or some shit, GW, and he came to our school. And I seen him walk up on the bus, and this fool was flamed the fuck out. And I told him, bro, it's probably not a good idea, TJ's, and I was getting him the lowdown, bro. And like, I remember seeing him later on that day, and they like beat the fuck out of him.
Damn.
And then he went the next day, and they kind of beat the fuck out of him again, man. I felt bad for him. But there's nothing that could be done, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And he ended up getting smoked, man, like years later, probably like 5 years later in Dahlia.
Damn.
These motherfuckers put a 12 gauge on him and shot him in the back at the liquor store.
Damn.
You know what I mean? But R.I.P. But yeah, man, like shit. High school is crazy. It started catching like I said on at the tail end.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really, you know. Maybe somebody might have had a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Not like now where everyone got guns with extendos with
Yeah,
switches.
no one was shooting now.
Yeah, it wasn't. You know, it wasn't no shit like that. People weren't stabbing people. Like the only time I remember even really fighting in high school is like we would go fight Cherry Creek. We had fucking. We didn't like them, they didn't like us, and you know what I mean.
It's
like,
funny.
we go there fucking Taco Bell or
Did they know how to fight?
They're Taco Bell.
they're Taco Bell or Dairy Queen, and no, I mean they were like, I mean, you know, that's the thing that about TJ is like they knew how to fight, bro, because they're just bigger, and you know what I mean. Like that's what's the thing about TJ, why he was always good at football. Because we had everyone from the hood that was fast and everyone that fucking boom boom. Then we had all the white boys from the fucking right there that were fucking big and raw, like ready to fuck you. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like we were talking earlier. Every city got thug motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There were some big ass motherfuckers. I remember this fool. He was like a senior. His name was Tyler Sweatberg. Fool, and this fool looked like Boz, and he be hitting motherfuckers like Boz, and you know what I mean? He was just a fucking somebody you don't want to fuck with. You know what I mean? All our like varsity team were like big motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean that's why we were so good at football.
Nice.
That's crazy.
So high school, and what would you say the biggest influence was for you as far as your music in high school?
What was my influence? Like I said, just like the bass shit, like shit switched.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I said, we started out with the old school. Then we had our Eric B. and Rakim and Biz Markie and Big Daddy Kane and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then like when the West came, when NWA, and you know, even Too Short was before NWA, but when that little shit happened, we wanted to hear the real shit.
Right.
We want to hear the fucking street politics. You know what I mean? We want to watch that shit. We want to hear that shit. We want to know what's really going down in the street. It ain't all kid and play. Like that shit's like an act, salt and pepper. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's like
That's
you're talking about
glamorized shit.
that's what they're telling them. This is
shit.
what you got to do, and they're trying to do all this shit.
Right.
This is real deal shit. And like I said, shit was starting to happen like that. You know, fools were starting to get smoked, and fools were starting to shoot, and you know, you got to kind of watch things here and there. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, real shit.
And so,
No, yeah, go ahead.
no, that
I'll say after that, I went to college, man.
yeah,
like,
that's what I was going to lead
Yeah,
into.
you left after high school, so you went to New Mexico.
yeah, I went to Albuquerque.
What school did you go to?
UNM, University of New Mexico, the
UNM.
Lobos.
Shout out to the Lobos.
I'm trying to think, like, y'all won't know anybody, like, I was before, like, I was way before Erlacher. If you guys, you're not a sports motherfucker.
No, I know
you
who
what I mean?
Erlacher is.
Our shit was Stoney Case, if you remember that fool. The quarterback, he was pretty dope.
Sick.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I barely remember CU players. So yeah.
You know what's funny, bro? Is like
Erlacher played in the NFL.
one of the first things they told us when we
yeah.
went there for orientation. They're like, "There's this bell in the middle of campus." And they're like, "When we win football games, we ring this bell, but we ain't ring this motherfucker in about 10 years." Like, what? Like, what?
Let me find out.
So we sucked at football, bro. We kind of sucked. But I got a dope story for that. It was like our homecoming, and we were playing Utah. And they're number 5, bro. And like I said, we suck. We ain't won the game all year. We ain't won the game. Not motherfucker. We go to games, get drunk, talk to bitches and shit like that. And we're playing Utah, and we beat these motherfuckers. We rushed the field. I rushed the field. We tore down the goalposts. I tore down the goalposts. We took that motherfucker to the parking lot and started hacking that motherfucker up. I've been a part of rushing a field and tearing a fucking goalpost down, and wow, that shit was wild, bro.
That's fucking awesome.
For real, like if some shit I remember in my life, that would be kind of one of them. Cause that shit, for real, for we just boom, shit went on, everyone just, dude, it was on and on. My homie, what the fuck's his name? Lance. They took a picture of us tearing the goalpost down. And this fool's at the very top hanging on as that's just coming down. He has a fucking Kansas shirt on, Kansas sweater on. He's on the front page of the Albuquerque Journal, dog. But yeah, that shit was fun. We used to go to tailgates and get fucked up.
I
used to have a
bet.
little hookup. The little, I don't know, they used to have it here too where you go on Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
They got dented kegs for $20. They got broken cases for like $5.
Damn,
They buy like 3 kegs for $75. We in the parking lot at 12.
Shit, bro. I was already, by the time I was going to like see you to party, it was already the late 90s. So it was probably like $40 cakes by then or something. But I don't know if they did that even, so.
No, then we had a couple of little homies working at the liquor store, and these motherfuckers, you know how that shit goes.
Yeah.
Closed on Sundays.
Yeah.
I used to work at 7-Eleven in college too, man. Like literally across the street from the fraternity house.
Mm-hmm.
It is on, bro. I don't give a fuck. First of all, I don't give a fuck. But I had a rule: one for you, one for me. Whatever the fuck you want. You taking the 40? You can have it. You better take one from me and put that shit in my room.
Mm.
You want a pack of cigarettes? Better, you get 2, give me 1. You know, shit. Go home, nice
That's
little
fair.
stash every time. You know, I work the graveyard too, so you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Fools come in all drunk. You know what I'm saying? Be funny.
Shit, that's what's up. So all in all, how was college? Like
College
the
was
experience?
fun.
Yeah.
I ain't really learned shit.
Yeah, what'd you get out of it?
I'm in debt, like as a motherfucker. It was. I had a good ass
Still
time.
from it?
Oh yeah, for life. I'll die.
Oh, fuck.
I'll die. That shit's paid off straight up. It's fun, bro. It was a time of my life.
Nice.
I had so much fun. Like, you know, maybe I partied too much, but I mean, shit. Like I said, during college, I went to see the Grateful Dead
Okay.
in Vegas and in Phoenix.
The real Grateful Dead.
Yeah, with Jerry Garcia and the whole 9. Shit, that shit was funny, bro, because we get there and, like, we're like, I don't know what the fuck, we're buying shit, whatever, because that's just different. That's just like a counterculture. That's just a whole race culture of its own. Everyone's selling drugs and the whole 9. And, like, we buy acid, and we buy mushrooms and gang of shit. And I run into my homie from Boulder. I buy some mushrooms from him. And, like, apparently everything we had bought was bunk or whatever. So, like, it's like an hour in, and I'm like, ain't feeling shit, nothing. Gonna go get something to drink. And, like, this sucks, you know what I mean? And I have my homies, like, mushrooms that he gave me. Like, let me try these motherfuckers. There wasn't that much, you know what I mean? It was like one of those scenes where it was like probably less than the eighth. And I ate that shit, and I swear to God, I got something to drink, and I literally turned around, and that shit fucking booyah my ass. I seen like a million motherfuckers, and like instantly I lost my homies. Instantly. Not even 30 seconds, it's gone. Like,
Fuck.
so I'm like, fuck. So I just wander in the crowd, and like I kind of try to navigate to where I think they are. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And right when I get back, they got this shit called Space, where it's just a drum solo, crazy. And that shit starts for I'm in another motherfucking galaxy, bro. I'm tripping my balls out. And it's like, I'm here, and I look around, I see the Grateful Dead down there, and it's like a drum solo. These fools are getting it, bro, like just getting it, and like fucking, there's a million motherfuckers around me, bro. Oh man, I just like watch the rest of the show and just trip balls, and like literally like something catches my eye, like a what do you call it, a fucking trail. Someone smoking a cigarette, and it's my homies. And they're fucking right there the whole time. Yeah, bro, that shit was fun.
I would say you definitely caught the Grateful Dead experience.
Oh, for sure. Like that shit was like, that's some wild shit, bro.
That's wild.
That shit was fun. But I seen like good ass concerts like that, bro. Like to me, like good music is good music. Like I'm just not a hip hop head listening to rap music. I listen to everything,
Of
bro.
course.
If I tell you the concerts I've seen, like I said, NWA to Grateful Dead to Rage Against the Machine, Nirvana,
Okay. Damn,
Black
that's
Crowes,
dope, though.
Santana, Michael Jackson.
Did you see Santana
Before all this shit, yeah.
before he blew up?
Yeah.
Maria and all that shit.
I seen him at like
Supernatural.
yeah, way before that shit.
Okay.
I seen him at the Downs of Santa Fe, and it rained
Oh,
the
wow.
whole fucking time.
Nice.
And we were trying to smoke weed, and we couldn't. We had to smoke weed under a blanket.
Damn. That's when he used to do like 3 shows in a row everywhere he went and shit.
Yeah, I got a story about Santana, but he's a lame, so fuck that fella. For another podcast.
Oh my
He
god.
a bowl of dicks. No.
Damn.
For real.
Jesus Christ.
You sure you don't want? Are you sure you don't want? I kind of
Yeah,
want to hear that
nah.
story.
It's
No,
not
but
even
we'll save
worth
it. We'll save it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Coconut. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think I got you.
But nah, yeah, shit. And then in college, man, like I was trying to DJ and shit. So I was into everything. Craig Mack, Flavor in the Ear, the fucking, you know, all that shit was popping. Biggie, Tupac. Like I still got all that vinyl today in my crib.
Nice.
Like, all that shit. Like,
All original
Lil' Kim.
print.
Yeah, a lot of that shit
That's
signed.
inside.
Like I said, the Outkast shit signed. I got the Lil Kim signed, the Lock shit signed. Farside shit
Yeah, you
signed.
collect a lot of
Yeah,
shit.
dude, I collect shit for days. Bro. I could really do a fucking museum. Like straight up. Like it might be like some kind of random, not random shit, but as far as like memorabilia, from graffiti to hip hop to rap
Nah.
to local rap to fucking just you name it, bro. Like I got shit like I don't even know. Like I got shit people won't get, people will never get. I don't even know.
What was your first autograph you got?
My first autograph had to be the Broncos. I couldn't tell you who.
No, it was
But
like a team event.
I could tell you
thing.
the people that were on the team though. It was definitely on some it was in '89.
Okay.
So Steve Atwater,
Oh.
Bobby Humphrey,
Dope.
Sammy Winder, Jared Wilhite, Elway, Vance Johnson, Natil, Mark Jackson,
Mecklenburg.
Rulon Jones,
Rulon Jones.
Mike Harden, Tony Braxton, or not Tony Braxton,
Tony
Tyrone
Braxton.
Braxton. Who was the other? Dennis Smith.
Ooh, that's one of my favorite. Dennis Smith was one of my favorite.
When
Broncos.
I started getting into autographs and shit and all that was like really in '89.
Okay.
Because I remember that's like, to me, that's like the best football class almost ever. That and the Elway one compete, but that one was great.
Okay.
You got Aikman, you got Barry Sanders, you got Deion Sanders, you got fucking Metcalf, you got fucking
For all around talent, right?
huh?
For all around talent, you're saying for that time, right?
No, I mean just the best, like one of the best draft.
Yeah,
draft
that's what I'm
classes,
saying.
Because they had quarterbacks, and I know I'm missing a gang of people, but I mean, you know,
Right.
Steve Atwater was there.
Okay.
Derek Thomas was there, one of the best linebackers. You know what I mean? There was just like they had a gang. They had a dope ass Troy Aikman. They had a dope ass class that year.
So,
But it was all that shit, like the Broncos shit.
and then what was the first solo? Like, was it an artist or was it just like you seen just one, like, you know, John Elway or, you know, whatever? Was it, okay, better question. Who was the first musician you got an autograph from?
First musician? That's hard, bro. I would have to say it had to be rap, some kind of rap music.
Okay.
I would say like if I could think of like who it might be, it'd probably be like Snoop. I got Snoop a bunch of times, like Snoop Dazz, those fools. They'd probably
Nice.
be
Back then too, like early Snoop.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
So,
dope.
like, when it was tough to get those kind of autographs and stuff.
It really wasn't, man. Like we kind of had that shit down. Like we had a couple cats that we ran with.
You just
and
knew where to
we
be
just
and
kinda, We
shit?
kind of figured it out. Like yeah, you know.
Okay.
Like one of the things I was thinking of. One of the fools I got kind of lucky on this shit. Is because we used to like I said, we used to get autographs and we used to try to figure out shit. And 50 Cent came.
Okay.
And this is 50 Cent when 50 Cent is fucking 50 Cent. And if you've been watching any of the interviews with Tony
Like Jam
L,
Master Jay?
huh?
Like
Nah,
Jam-
bro.
oh.
Like when 50 Cent popped, like when he was heavy.
Oh, okay.
And if you've been listening to anything like with Tony Yale, he talks about like how the way they moved, and like literally like that shit was kind of like that. I got lucky, like the whole way I kind of got them and everything. It was literally like I heard they were gonna be here, and some shit happened. They got in an accident, so they're delayed for like 8 hours, and I'm waiting and waiting. And like, I'm like, fuck this shit. It's like late as fuck. It's like probably 3, maybe 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, man, fuck this shit. I'm just gonna go home. So I get on like, is it Broadway? And I start going toward Colfax. out of nowhere, a motherfucking big ass bus with 50 Cent Jr. starts coming. There's another bus. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, and I see where they're like, these motherfuckers going to Brown Palace. So fucking. I remember this bitch was trying to give me a ticket. This meter lady, like fucking 3 in the morning. You know what I mean? And I'm looking all crazy because I'm this motherfucker, only this big ass dude, only one out there at 3 in the morning. You know what I mean? Even the fools are like, fuck you. Like, oh,
Right.
bro, I'm getting autographs, bro. Like 50 cents fucking tight. You know what I mean? And like, I remember it was like fucking P and like some other fucking goons and like MOP was there and Mobb Deep was there and like, it was crazy because like I said, they had gotten an accident like Kansas City or some shit. So they were literally like 8 hours delayed or some shit. So I literally caught them like I had homies and we tried to go the next day and you couldn't even get like anywhere close to that shit. You had to be like across the street, that security, some wild ass shit. But one by one, fucking 50 was the last one and fucking signed my shit. Yale signed my shit.
Damn.
Fucking Young Buck signed my shit. Lloyd Banks signed my shit. Like, you know what I mean? Everyone fucking
Damn, that's fucking
signed my
sick.
shit. It was crazy, bro. But yeah,
That's
that was
dope.
wild. Like, it was crazy. Like, and that shit like that would happen on autographs. You see some shit like that, like, and then fuck, you know what I mean? It was wild.
Damn, that's dope.
Oh, yeah. That's
So
tight.
I've always been kind of shit like that. Not anymore. Like, way.
Yeah.
I haven't done that shit. Actually, I'm lying.
When was the
I gotta
last time?
confess.
Yeah.
My homie talked me into it when we did the Mr. Criminal podcast. So we do the Mr. Criminal podcast, and this shit's dope. Cold. And my homies hit me up because it's Dallas and it's fucking Luca. And he's like, bro, I'm down here. These motherfuckers ain't left yet. I got an extra picture for you. Come on, bro. So I'm like, now I'm all high as fuck. So I'm like, going down, bro. And I was like, then he was like, it's not even a regular game. It's a 7 o'clock game. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I fucking rolled down there and parked, bro. And I was there like fucking 20, 30 minutes. And it was wild because there was like 100 people there, bro. There was at least 100 people there. But this is what's even more crazy. Out of 100 motherfuckers, there are 2 kids. Only 2 kids.
Wow.
Straight the fuck up. And hey, I'm an old man too, getting autographs. I mean, I'm a fan though. Like, it was, you know what I mean? But yeah, shit was looking and the kids are my homie's kids, so I'm with my homie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So shit's just it's autographs can be a chess game.
Right.
Any little thing can fuck you up. You know what I mean? Any little fucking they move the car, you know what I mean? Anything can kind of fuck you up. So shit's kind of changing and shit ain't looking good. It really ain't. You know what I mean? And like I said, there's a gang of motherfuckers there too. There got at least be 100, man. And fucking the kids are right here, my homies are right here. And I'm sitting like right next to the kids because my foot's fucked up. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of sitting there. And fucking Luca comes out. And he comes over. He sees the kids. The kids, Luca. He's coming over for the kids. You know what I mean? So the gentleman I am is I let the kids go first because they're right there. But I got my shit in there right after the kid, bro. I'm a professional sometimes. You know what I mean? I got my shit in. He saw my shit. I fucking dipped the fuck out. People going fucking buck ass wild, bro. Buck ass wild. Fools start tripping, acting dumb. This fool's like, I ain't signing no more. You know, and then fucking, some fools are like, because people, you know, people be greedy too, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I got my shit, I'm cool. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. You're one of the dopest players of the NBA.
Period.
Fools get some shit and they try to get some more shit and fucking do some dumb shit. Those fools know that shit. They know what's up. But that shit happened and fools start like, I told them I was ready to fight motherfuckers. Y'all step on my foot, I'm going to fuck y'all up. Because it kind of like, they swarm that shit. Like I said, I already know how to set up my shit, how to get my shit. And like, I made it happen, boom, but then it started swarming food, and I was like, y'all watch my knock motherfucker out. Y'all better be cool. And that shit came up on my timeline just the other day.
No shit.
And I posted that shit on Facebook. I got a little video of it. But that's cool.
tight.
What's cool is like cats nowadays from the NBA, superstars, they actually sign autographs.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Go to the stadium and get them, you know what I mean? Like fucking Luca, that fool's dope. He signs. Ja signs. Zion signs, Steph signs, like, and they're fucking dope.
The biggest time dudes on the planet right
they're
now.
dope
Yeah.
motherfuckers, yeah.
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 That's dope.
Shout out to all them. Damn, that's dope, though. Okay, so let's go back a little bit.
Go for it. What's up?
So college was dope.
College was cool.
You still
Road trip, spring break. That shit's fun, bro.
there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
For real.
After college, what was going on then?
Shit, I just moved back to, I don't even know. I just moved back to Denver, bro, and I just got a job, I want to say. You know?
For a minute.
Do you remember the first job you got back when you got back or whatnot?
Shit, I don't know, bro.
Said fuck
I
that
want to
shit.
say it's like some AT&T shit or some broadband shit. It was always customer service type shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah,
That's
you know
that's
what I mean?
kind of shit I'm on. Yeah, no.
I worked for broadband, AT&T, Comcast a couple times. Shit, you know what I mean? Like, because they're always getting bought out and they're always laying off. You know what I mean? But that's like, I was telling you earlier, like my first introduction to Colorado hip hop was through Deuce Mob. Back when I was like 6th grade, like I said, we saw.
R.I.P. DJ Fame.
Yeah, when the Cinco de Mayo,
Yeah.
you know, seeing those fools open up for Lighter Shade of Brown.
Right.
Damn.
And then my second introduction is I knew these two guys. I won't say who I knew up to, but you know, I met these cats. And one of them was the homie Dez, R.I.P. And Dez, like back then, he was working at AT&T too. And he was doing it, bro. Like they had money. They had that money that you need to pop.
Right.
Like that's one thing that fools don't really understand nowadays. Like you really need money, and if you have the money, you can make that shit happen. Mm-hmm. I can make not anyone to start, but you have half the talent,
Right.
and you give me $5 million, be next to Drake
What's that?
soon. You know what I mean? And those fools had that money. Mm-hmm. They have fools. You know what I mean? You rent out the Ogden for your release party. But, you know, those fools did music and they were really doing it. Him and this homie Greg T. Greg T's the only one I knew back in the day that had, like, the big board, and was recording. The whole garage was a studio. But
Right.
I knew those cats through people. And, like I said, I knew they did music and I knew they were dope. And I checked their shit out. But, you know what I mean? It wasn't until way later till I kind of got introduced to really like Colorado. There's a couple of things that kind of led up to it. The first thing was going to the Slick Rick show at Cervantes. And The Fly opened up, which is Jedi. Twain and Selector Sam. Motherfuckers killed it, bro. Like, they fucking killed it. I'm like, who are these motherfuckers?
Hell
like,
yeah.
Who are these? This fool's white. Looking all, you know, like looking, no cap Jedi, but looking all weird, like, you know what I mean? He's killing it.
He's killing it.
The fuck?
It's dope. Yeah.
And then after them comes on Break Mechanics. And I'm like, these motherfuckers are fucking killing it too. Pause, like, it was killing their fucking, they had it cracking, bro. And I was just like, after that concert, I was like, damn, like, there's a couple cats here that be fucking, that are dope as fuck, like, and kind of marinated on that for a while, you know what I mean?
Right, right.
And the way I really, really, really kind of got introduced to everything and started getting shit cracking is I lived on 13th and Emerson, block away from the Fillmore, block away from the Ogden. You know about the Ogden house, half a block from the Ogden house, block away from 7-Eleven. And I was living there just working. Probably broadband again, some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right.
Making that $15 an hour back then, that was good shit.
That was good money
$300 a
then.
week. Yeah, for real. It
Mhm,
was.
for real, for real.
And I was just walking to 7-Eleven one day. And I ran into that cat, Tony, I was telling you about that I knew in high school. We graduated together. The one that handed me the Cypress Hill tape.
Right.
Okay.
I've seen him at 7-Eleven. I'm like, dang, what's up, homie? I ain't seen you in a grip, bro. 10 years probably, you know? Because this was, like I said, right when the All-Star game. When this shit was going down, it was right when the All-Star game here came the NBA.
Right.
And he had these All-Star mixtapes. And,
I remember those.
you know what I mean? And there was, like, some shit like, we just started chopping it up, bro. And he's like, I got these mixtapes, homie. Check this shit out. You know what I mean? And I was like, you live around here? He was like, yeah, I live 2 blocks that way. I was like, shit, I live a block that way. And he's like, oh shit, let's go smoke. You know what I mean? He's like, check out my shit. So I was like, all right. So he went to his crib and smoked, and he's playing this shit for me. And it was cool. You know what I mean? It was cool. It was like, you know what I mean? It caught my ear. There's a couple cats that caught my ear. It's got Contact,
Okay.
Ground Zero, like Twain and them, like Jedi and all them. He had some shit from them. That shit caught my ear, and I was like, damn. And he was telling me, like, and I was like, oh, like, you get these tracks from them, or da-da-da-da-da. And he's like, nah. He's like, we recorded them in the studio in the Ogden House. They got a studio in the basement, homie Tim Buck. So I was like, that's cool. So he introduced me to everyone at, like, the Ogden House. And let me see. That's Verbal, Mr. Verbal.
Yep.
He introduced me to my first time I went to Ogden House.
All right.
Jay Cook, Tim Buck, and I want to say Sid Fly was there.
Huh?
And maybe not Contact wasn't there yet. Sid Fly was there though.
Shout out.
There's a couple other homies. I can't remember their names, but they're there too. But he introduced me to all them, and I'm literally a half a block across the street from the studio, and these fools in there all fucking night. You gotta cut through Charlie's parking lot. Just don't look up. If it's 2-3 in the morning, look down. Mind your business. You know what I'm saying?
Mind your business.
Dude, I went by there the other day for Halloween. I want to go get some food at the Euro place, and that motherfucker had a line around the motherfucking building,
shit.
like deep. But I was like, God. I was like, how the fuck do all y'all fit in there? But
I don't want to know.
pause.
Pause.
But no, like, so I started hanging out with these fools, man, at the Ogden House, and you know that was like the music spot, bro. And people started coming around. Ground Zero, like Dio, and you know what I mean. This fool Contact, and these cats called them G7. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I was kind of in the studio, and like, I just remember like, I kind of had like a vision, and like, my homie was like making mixtapes, but we didn't have like the money for turntables, so we were just kind of putting shit together. You know what I mean? To start off, because we couldn't afford this shit.
Right.
And he had a couple of them out, like saying he was like, "You want to do a couple? You want to do one?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll do one." And like my shit right there that's when right then is when all the South Star shit, all the Texas shit to be specific, started coming out. All the Texas, and for some reason, like, I had the plug on all that music. I had all the music ain't no one heard of, you know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, I could put some shit together and whatever, you know what I mean? And
Right.
I don't even know what the fuck. I mean, I still have a copy, but I don't, you know what I mean? If I put any local stuff, or I don't think I did on that first one. It was just like some, like just Texas shit. It was all Texas underground shit. You know what I mean? And like that shit went kind of cool. And then I was like I said, I was just hanging out the studio and kind of trying to soaking up game from these fools and like being intrigued, man. And I was like, well, my homie could do a mixtape like that, or even whatever tape, whatever the fuck you call it. I'm like, let me try to do some shit like that, because I already had, like I said, I've always had the ear for music. Always had the good exclusive music, the B-sides, ain't no, you know what I mean? All that shit, I could pull out gems on you all fucking day.
All right.
I mean, so I could put a playlist together. So then it was like, well, I'm hearing some of these cats. You know, some of these cats are tight. You know, and I literally like reached out to say maybe like 7 to 10 people and asked them if they do a track for me. I told them like, hey, I want to do like this tape, this CD. I'm gonna put like 10 bangers on there, you know, and I want 10 tracks from like different people, and I'm gonna put that shit on there.
Who'd you ask?
Shit, I asked a bunch of people, not a bunch of people, but I'll tell you who I got tracks back from. Contact sent me some shit, and his was the coldest. His was the first song on the shit. His punchlines are just the fucking most ridiculous shit I've ever heard. Like, and he gave me a track. Black Pegasus and his brother gave me a track,
Okay.
which you know, I was surprised because they were a little upper, and you know, but they sent me some shit back quick.
Nice.
Like within a week. This is a 50 Cent beat. You know what I mean?
All right. Shout out to Black Pegasus.
The homie Sid Fly and fuck, Mississippi Mac. They sent me like some chopped and screwed crazy shit, bro. Like some crazy. That shit was tight.
Nice.
And then I got a track from my homie Dez, and just like, and then I got another track from these cats. I don't remember their name, but they weren't from Colorado. They're from Virginia and Florida. And I had a little plug. I somehow, through my homie, met Greg Buckner's little brothers. You know who Greg Buckner was? Like, he played for the Nuggets back in the day.
I vaguely remember.
This was Marcus Camby, Greg Butler, Birdman.
That. Yeah. Was it Butler or Butner?
I don't know, bro.
I think it was.
You have to spell check it for me, bro, in your free time.
Yeah,
I appreciate you. But I somehow, the homie hooked me up with his little brothers, and his little brothers, one of them rapped and one of them did beats.
Okay.
And I kind of like, what was funny is like the Ogden House connection comes right there because the homie Tim Buck, this is when we were all smoking Reggie, first of all. We smoking Reggie, bro.
Right.
Reggie. I mean, you can get chronic, but you might wait a day. You might be lucky if you get it, but you might have to wait a couple days and whatever. And that shit was $100 a quarter, whatever. So the homie Tim Buck had the lime green, and it was $20 a quarter. But you couldn't buy nothing big. If you bought an ounce, you paying 20. You know what I mean? You paying the whole price. You ain't no
no breakdown.
And I would fucking sell that to the fucking, some of the basketball players because they would need weed. It wasn't, like I said, back then weed wasn't really easy to get. You know what I mean? So they would hit me up with that because that was something I could get like that. Not wait on the chronic man however long or maybe days, but I could go there right now and get whatever the fuck I need and be at y'all fucking spot. You know what I mean? Some shit. So I'd hook it up sometimes, and that's kind of how I met those fools. And man, one of the another crazy experience shit that I'll never forget is I went to an NBA, like, how do I say this? Like, I went to a party. I went to a basketball player party.
All right.
And when I say basketball player, there's about 10 of us.
Mm-hmm.
And there's about 50, 60 bitches.
Oh, wow.
Dime pieces. All across the board. Anything you want to drink. Anything you want to smoke. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say about that.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
yeah, I mean, yeah, bro. Like, I'm talking like dimes, bro. Just like boom, boom, boom. Like, I'm smoking weed with these bitches on the balcony, and they're all fine as fucking, like, you know what I mean? And
and you were what, in your mid-20s?
Nah, fool, I was way older than that, bro. You're tripping.
Oh, shit. Well.
Yeah. Don't even know. 30-something. 30s.
Oh, dang.
Late 20s.
So
Because that wasn't, I mean, that was a while ago, but that was what, 2006?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know how that was, bro.
Late 20s, early 30s, around there, right? Somewhere.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, those fools are on that CD too, and just like probably a couple other fools, man. I kind of really don't. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Maybe a couple other cats, but that was my first one, and everyone was like impressed by that shit because it was banging.
All right.
And then my vision from there was to like, well, if I could do half a mixtape like that or a tape, all exclusive. Because those are my tracks. Like I said, those were tracks. Nobody else had that shit. Oh, this shit's straight. JoeThunder putting my name in the song and everything, bro.
Yeah,
all right.
I appreciate you, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and I was like, I could do a whole tape. You know what I mean? So, fucking, the homie Verbals, like, I got this homie Selector Sam who lives down the block, not too far. He got a studio. You should fuck with him. So he took me over there and introduced me to Selector Sam. And that first time I met him, that shit was crazy, bro. That shit was an experience, like dealing with some Boulder people. You know what I mean? He was with this chick, man, and she was like on some like death poetry, like death bloody vagina, blood squirting poetry type shit.
Oh, like on some feminist shit.
Well, kind of, but like more like gorish,
like morbid,
like the vampire homies
crazy
over there, like
shit.
some shit kind of like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're like, you gotta listen to her music, and I had to sit there and listen to like 5 of these fucking tracks, and I'm like, this shit is fucking garbage.
Hot garbage.
Hot garbage, bro. I'm like, and he's kind of a dick the first time I met him, a couple times, and I don't know. I just left, and I went back like a week later and I kind of chopped it up with him. And I told him, hey, I want to make this mixtape where we record the whole shit. Da, 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 da. I don't know if I had chosen the person already. I think I might. I told him I might want to do it with Contact. I want to do it with this cat Contact. Because he had dropped, I'm telling you, he had dropped this verse for me, bro. I could play it for you when he did. Shit is stupid. All right. It has like the dopest Colorado. It's like fucking crazy. And I knew right off that first shit, I want to do a mixtape with this fool. Because he's homies with Sid and we can get other people too. I want to do it with fucking him because he has what it fucking takes.
All right.
From the get. Mm-hmm. And I somehow convinced, I don't know if I convinced Sam, like, I don't think he was sold right off the bat. But I kind of told him, because we didn't agree the first time we recorded to do the shit together. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, JoeThunder, do you want to be down? I don't really think I got an answer. Like, we'll see what's up. Maybe we're,
Right.
And then that first recording session, I blew it up, dude. We had like Contact in there. We had a couple dope motherfuckers. The vibe was crazy, bro. Like smoking a gang of fucking weed. And Sam's like, I'm in.
All right.
And then we made the Contact high. It was the first tape, CD, mixtape, whatever the fuck you want to call it, featuring Contact. And we got like 30 motherfuckers on. We got 30 of the homies. And if you know Sam's a real DJ, like vinyl,
he's
like
super dope. Yeah,
a million records. So we literally had anything, any kind of beat to fucking think of. You know what I mean? To use instrumental wise.
Anything
like we
you
use
want.
Black Superman instrumental.
Oh, nice.
We use A-Ball, MJG instrumentals. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, we put that shit out, bro, and like we kind of caught the streets on fire, bro. Like everyone was psyched. Because we were pushing this shit, too. Like, it was a dope project. Ain't no shit ever been done like that with that many people type shit.
All right.
And it was dope. Mm-hmm. And we had one of the dopest songs still to this day. Like I said, R.I.P. the homie Dez. He was the ace of my pocket because I knew he was, vet the whole nine. And he brought us this Mo Heat beat. And he's like, let's do the How We Roll remix with Contact. And that shit to this day just fucking bangs, bro. And you know what I mean? That shit kind of, like I said, set it off, and we did a little party for it. People were kind of, we were getting this shit out, too, like physical copies, giving them away.
All right.
Sam's a nerd, so we're, getting the downloads online.
Okay.
And this is even MySpace days.
All right.
And keeping it real, like, Sam had, like, one of those bot things, fool, and we would send fucking 300 requests to people in China, like, who likes hip-hop. Mm-hmm. Send out 300 requests, check out our music. 300 fucking requests next to India, to Russia, and people start kind of fucking with our shit. You know what I mean? And then kind of from there, man, we wanted to improve every time. We wanted to make every project better than the last.
Okay. And do you believe you succeeded in that?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My last project that I did is the best shit I've ever done.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it started off, like I said, with the first, it's called Denver to the South.
All right.
And that was 7 to 10 local tracks, 7 to 10 industry tracks.
All right.
Next one was a Contact High, which was Contact as the main MC, and 30 features, 20 features.
Okay.
The next one we elevated, we got with, like, Contact was dope. But the next one, we fucked with Dow Jones and Dio the Fabulous Drifter of the Ground Zero movement. And if you know anything about them, they're definitely, another level of MC. Like, definitely vets doing their shit.
All right.
And we did a mixtape with them. You know what I mean? Called the Joint Chiefs of Staff. And Mimi made the cover, shout out.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But this time, instead of having 30 features, we had like maybe 8 to 10. Mm-hmm. But now the MCs were higher quality MCs as well. Deca's on that shit.
All right, shout out.
Dez is on that shit.
Damn.
Shout out.
That's like the lineup right there.
And what was wild about that shit is we only fucking fucked with Do one night. We literally we went to the studio, picked out all the beats. A week later, he came back on a Monday. Mm-hmm. He knocked everything out.
Okay.
In one fucking session. Like, it took us 3-4 months maybe to put that shit together.
Mm-hmm.
And everything. And he knocked everything out the first fucking night.
Came in and said, damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
And, you know, we finished it up, and that shit had some bangers, too. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Papers. You know what I mean? Like, just craziness. And then, like I said, next time we got to elevate it even more.
Right.
So then I go to the ace in my pocket, man. I go to Dez the Man.
All right.
You know what I mean? And we're like, Dez already, like I said, he has his following. I told the story just the other day on the podcast. All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
All the Broncos trying to get into Puffy's and Jermaine Dupri's party at Vinyl.
Okay.
They leave their party at the Palladium, at the fucking Palladium in the 60th Street Mall. Is that what it's called? Where
Beyond
the pavilion.
The pavilion.
Yeah, because they had a party there at that club in the corner. They left that shit to go that because that shit was popular.
Yeah.
They couldn't get in. Jake Plummer, all those, so they couldn't get in at all. Homie Dez walks up. Fool knows him from rapping. Security guard lets him right in. They, you know what I mean? Shit like that. So we do. I want to do a CD with him, and now we're gonna make it a double CD.
Okay.
And we're gonna do one CD where we record the whole CD. And then the other CD is going to be all tracks that he has but hasn't been released. I'm getting from the homies.
Right.
The homie Great T. The homie Nyclo gave me a couple tracks.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to
shit
Nitty.
that ain't ever been put out. So we got the double CD. You know what I mean? And that shit banging. All these too, as we're going, we're getting write-ups in the Westward.
Damn.
We got a write-up for the fucking Contact High.
And that meant something then. Yeah.
This is all in 2005. We got to ride Joint Jesus' dad. Dez the Man.
Okay.
You know, during that time, like, after that, growing even bigger and better, man.
All right.
You know? And we try to do this shit with the homie Decca and the homie B Black. And if you know anything, like, Decca's graffiti writer, underground, backpack, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Hip hop.
Yeah. B Black's gangster, harmony, singing.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm mashing two styles together, which ain't no one doing, is not not the norm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that shit, shout out to homie Decca. Decca be on his own time.
All right.
So that shit kind of dragged a little. Well, that shit's dragging. Me and Sam, like, we're always being cool. Kind of, shit gets old sometimes. Need a little break.
Yeah.
So, like I said, this shit's kind of dragging. And we actually start recording another mixtape.
Right.
We started recording a mixtape with Foe, King Foe, and B Black. Because Foe's there all the time. We're having these sessions. Like I said, we record the Decca shit. Sometimes Decca will be there. Sometimes it's not show, whatever. Foe's being there a lot. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we're starting to get more tracks with Foe and B Black. That are, to the side. So that starts forming the Drama Kings. And then even in the midst of all that, I get with Dent and do a tape.
All right.
Both sessions.
Shout out to Dent.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Do a tape with Dent called the Blunt Sessions, all freestyles.
Okay.
And that, I don't remember why I didn't do it with Sam or whatnot, but Sam just, I don't know if he wasn't feeling it or got a girl or what the fuck was going on. But I'm gonna keep going no matter what.
Right.
So Dent was fucking with PJ and Fresh Breath Committee, all the fools up north, and they let us record that album there. And we basically, that fool would work, get off of work. I didn't even have no car at that time. I don't know what the fuck. I was going through some shit. Because I ain't had no car, bro. I was living at my parents. Like, fuck, I don't know what the fuck's going on. You know what I mean? Like, It's wintertime, like some crazy shit. And this fool is wintertime, cold. Like, we almost died a couple times that winter going to the studio.
Right.
But that fool picked me up at 10 o'clock at night. And we'd fucking go to PJ's. And we record till 5 in the morning every night.
Yeah.
Fucking, I wasn't working obviously, so or if I was working, it was some bullshit ass job. And like I said, we go get our Reggie. We were smoking Reggie, bro. There's really no chronic, and we're picking up halves every night, bro. Like you know what I mean? The Reg, like I remember fucking meeting up with Chris and them. Your boy Chris and Droppa, they lived up by North Valley. We couldn't find no weed. And those only motherfuckers that had some, weed. We rode up there, got that shit. Yeah. Boom, went to the studio. You know what I mean? But I remember we almost died a couple times, like crazy ice, snow, like not fucking good way to be driving there, bro.
Yeah.
We knocked that shit out. Got to ride up on that shit, Mm-hmm. And then, like I said, then we finished the Drama Kings. And the Drama Kings was way more gangster. Like, it was more, you know what I mean? Bunch of fools,
Yeah.
And, like, we had Alice on. We had a gang of motherfuckers on that. But it was some tight shit, bro.
Okay.
And then,
That's dope.
Man, what number is that right there? So we got Denver the South, Contact High, Joint Chiefs of Staff, Des the Man 1 and 2, fucking the Blunt Sessions, fucking Drama Kings. That's 7.
All right.
And then we finish the Black and Decker shit.
Okay.
And you know what I mean? Like, it was crazy. That shit still bangs to this day. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, fuck. We took like 2 like dope MCs and
that shit's hard as fuck.
yeah, I mean they fucking play off each other, bro.
It's dope. It's dope to mix styles like that too.
And I've always we used to do that, man. Like we used to have like all day weekend sessions. Like I try to get Sam on all day Saturday, all day Sunday. I'm like, if we hit you up, come through the studio, bro. We recording all day.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't no take some shit home and I'm gonna write to it. We writing this shit right
do
now.
it right here, right now.
Get it done.
Right now.
Drop
like,
it.
That's tight.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like that's all I've ever known is to write that shit right there
Mm-hmm.
and drop it. Like, you know what I mean?
All right.
I've never really, honestly, that I could think of, I've never had anyone like do a verse and then come and like try to redo it or want to redo it. You know what I mean? It was all just knocking it out.
Let's get it out the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just like I'm trying to think what came after that. I don't think I think that was mine and Sam's last joint was that Deca. We finally kind of finished that shit up, bro.
Okay.
And I think that was the last shit that we did.
And what year was that?
Probably 2008.
Okay.
I'm not really sure. I have to look. And then I want to say, was that it? There has to be a couple in there. I'm missing something. I don't know. Then I did this like I said, the last kind of music project I ever put out with Contact again, and this cat 6 o'clock. He brought me this cat 6. He was dope. I already know Contact is dope. You know what I mean? And like you're bringing a bunch of beats, and I didn't even mention that like Des the Man. No, that was like half and half. Des the Man was half original production, half industry beats.
Mm-hmm.
B Black, the Drama Kings, that was all original production. We got 20 producers on there.
Okay, nice.
And the same thing with Deca. Like we got 15, 20 producers on that bitch. You know what I mean? 10 features, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then the 6 o'clock and shit, he's the one that brought even better beats like Monster Mike and just some crazy shit, bro. And like they kind of, that shit is crazy to me because every song is different. It kind of tells like a little bit of a story, but it's just like everything fucking bangs. There's like the song with Foe on there is a fucking banger. Like the song with Sid Fly is a banger. Like I want to like play that shit sometimes, but he says some foul ass shit. Where like nowadays,
shit won't slide right now.
Nah, he says like this word like correct 3 times. Like and it's not like talking shit, but it's like
talking shit.
Talking shit. And then to top off that last project, I did a song called Mile High Kings with 20 people on it.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Every hood in
One
Denver.
song.
Nice.
Only 8 bars.
Okay.
Extract from Colorado Springs. But that shit, that was a project right there. It wasn't a mission, but it was a project that I wanted to do, man.
A little bit of a mission, I'd imagine, working with all those people.
It really wasn't, man. It just started coming together. It really started coming together. Like, you know what's funny is there's a lot of people I asked that wouldn't do it. I ain't gonna say no names, but there's a lot of people. Like, if you listen to that song and you say, why is that person not on there? It's because they didn't want to be on there. Right. Even the homie Dez, like, he was my homie, and, like, for some reason, like, I couldn't get him on it.
For real.
But any big person at that time, they said it was a stupid idea. Which is funny as fuck, because probably 10 years later, someone did something like that.
Yeah, the box day heavyweights.
But they're kicking 16s, and that shit's like 20, 30 minutes long. And all those people that told me no, they're on that track.
Wow.
Yeah. But it is what it is. It's cool. I mean, I think it's a dope song.
Right.
I think there's a couple people that could have left off it, but
it's the way that goes.
It's toward the end.
Yeah.
Like, I want to say up to that 99.9%, that shit fucking bangs from beginning to end.
We'll just call it a banger.
It is, bro.
It is.
Hey.
You know what I mean? It's just like, that was kind of it. Kind of fell out with some people. Kind of got tired of shit. You know what I mean? Like, just, I wanted to continue what I was doing, but like in a little bit of a different direction.
Okay.
And if you look at what I've done, like, everything's been exclusive. All exclusive content from just the very beginning, bro. You know what I mean? I almost got into it because somebody stole some tracks from me. Like, I had to kind of chill. Like, I was ready, like,
ready to do it.
Yeah, they kind of like they didn't pull the okie doke on me, but like fucking Sam, like, I don't know if he gave him some shit on accident, but they gave it to somebody else, and they put that shit out, and I was furious. I was like, fuck some fools up, like, but it was just like, I just never fuck with that fool again, you know what I mean?
Unfortunately, that's the way that goes.
But from that exclusivity, man, from day one, another thing besides the collecting and everything, man, I always document all the shit we do. So all the footage from all our shows, the studio, recording shit, freestyles, Dent freestyling fucking million times.
Yep.
So I'm like, people are digging the music, but how do I get them even more? I'm like, well, they hear the shit, but now they want to see the shit.
All right.
So I started making DVDs. And I was bringing you now even more, though. I wasn't just doing the music. I was dipping into graffiti, this, that, anything to kind of do with hip-hop. Like, what we're doing right now is what my DVDs were like 10 years ago.
Okay.
Interviews at my crib, interviews at the wall. I did an interview with Jer, you know what I mean? Kingdom at the crib, he freestyles. I got the fucking my shit playing on the TV while he's doing this shit, you know what I mean? I always try to catch the in video, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, basically doing the same shit. And then I started getting down with, all the graffiti homies, man. Like, because I've always been fascinated by graffiti. I thought it's been dope.
All right.
And I remember, like, the first kind of time I really seen it in Denver is, like, I moved back and I started seeing codes every week. Burners.
Crushing
Shout out to Coles.
Yeah. He lived in the hood. You know what I mean? Like, he lived in Swamp or some shit like that, but he was getting it. And it was, like I said, this wasn't normal shit. This shit was burning. And I don't know if you remember the Winnebago he did off the highway. That shit was cold, bro. So I'm like doing the DVD, and I'm like, well, there's graffiti everywhere. Let me start, putting that in the DVD. So I started here and there, kind of bumping some people here and there. And one of the first cats I met, this is funny, is I want to say like Dread was probably down with them, like Dread, Wiser, and Cans. They were doing all their little painting on hat shit.
Yeah, I remember those. Yeah, it was called YNIG. It was Your Name in Graffiti.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
And I kind of met those cats, and they're cool. They weren't really like, you know what I mean? They were on some different shit. They're about making money and shit like that. I want to say like, on some weird shit, like, I bought this like it was a full board, painted like a panel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like found this shit on Craigslist or some shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And this fool had like a Coes one, and he had another one, and he had this one that this other fool did. And I went down to his crib because I wanted to buy one, and he told me like for this one like $50. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't know why the fuck, you know what I mean? I'm gonna hang up my crib. He delivered and everything, full big ass piece of plywood, bro.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I wanted the Coes one,
Mm-hmm.
but he had sold it, and he didn't sell for much, bro. He sold like, you know what I mean?
Jeez.
And then just like through them, I met this cat Payer on the toy walls on Steel. That was his wall, and I just kind of, you know, that's where I grew up. You know,
All right.
so I'm always over there. I'm always in the hood. And just one day going through, I seen the paint and just kind of started chopping it up, and like he put me on to like this graffiti shop that used to be the old Greenleaf on the highway.
Contents. Oh.
On the highway right there, that green.
Yeah.
There used to be like this white dude with glasses, and
Wow.
he's have everything, bro.
Crazy.
And that fool kind of like just told me about that. I just kind of started running into him, and then he introduced me to Bear, and they introduced me to Holmes, and like this is when I was doing the video, so I'm videotaping shit. So hey, when y'all paint, can I videotape some shit? You know what I mean? So I was kind of meeting up with them here and there, videotaping shit, and then shit, I don't even know, bro. Like, I met some of the homies, and they started taking me on graffiti missions, bro. I'm like, you can record us.
Nice.
I remember the first one, bro. I remember the first one I went with them. It was Alameda, and it's right down here. Alameda and that bridge, the fucking
Right by Lincoln.
nah. Is it Alameda by where the Denny's is?
Oh yeah.
Alameda, what's that? Santa Fe?
Yeah, right
Santa
there.
Fe,
All right,
yeah.
the bridge under. Yeah, right
Yeah,
there
so
on
you
the
remember
Santa
Alameda.
Fe.
That billboard was right there.
Okay.
They like, or that little. There's a billboard, but there's like a little spot.
Right. I know what you're talking about.
And what's crazy is the first time I went out with these fools, they were beefing. There was an all-on beef with TWC, and it was fucking
shit.
on. And they dissed that spot that they had, and I went out there with. Fuck, I don't remember. I'm gonna know Heiser was there. I know Heiser was for
Shout out.
Heiser and Panel. I remember they were there. You know. But they caught that spot, and I videotaped them.
Sick.
Nice.
And then we went and did they went and did another spot, and I videotaped it, and it just kind of started happening like that. Like, and the way I got hooked up with that is, like I said, I was doing interviews at the crib. I did an interview, like an audio interview, with Heiser and Shoe,
All right.
and then I did one that I still have. I still have it on CD or DVD. Payer, Bear, and Reason.
So this was pre-podcast.
Sick.
Yeah, that's way before that. Yeah,
Damn. So you were doing podcasts before this
yeah
podcast.
that's what I just told you. Like, I was
Yeah.
doing this like 10, 15 years ago.
Damn.
I did one at the radio station with Jonas and MDZ, and they both freestyle.
All right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, and I knew Shoe from a long time ago from doing music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I just, I kind of like, they came over and did this interview, and it was cool. And Heiser did like this sick ass piece of my book, bro. And it was his old style, like the slanted with the drifts, bro. And it was tight as fuck.
tight.
And like he was just cool as fuck with me, bro. He's like, "Here's my number, bro. Hit me up." And
Let's tell it.
I started going with these fools, like trying to say videotaping. Like I videotaped like one of the last illegal codes pieces. I went with that fool.
All right.
And after that was the last one he ever did. Like as far as illegal shit.
Okay.
I was like, I got that shit on video.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And just, man, just like I said, we were doing the podcasting like 10 years ago. I put out 7, 8 DVDs. I was going to all the shows, so I mixed that shit in with it.
All right.
You know, getting girls on their lowriders, smoking a gang of weed.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Nice.
And then that turned into like Lazy Sundays, which was some shit we would do once a month at my crib on a Sunday, a cipher.
Everybody would just pack in.
Pretty much. Like, one thing about
That's
my neighbors,
tight
they
as
never
fuck.
called the cops.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, for sure.
And what's funny about that shit is we had like 3 or 4 seasons maybe. And if you watch that shit or whatever, in the first season, we're smoking Reggie. Like, medical ain't even legal yet.
Oh, shit.
And
It's all swag.
it's all swag, bro. And like, I remember like one of the last episodes we did, my homie Jay Money, he's rapping. And he's talking about how the weed is bullshit. And how there's all kinds of sticks and stems and da. And that was like the last episode. And that next season, medical was legal. And we all got our jars, and he's
Everybody
rapping
had
about
some
the
fire.
bomb ass weed, and it was like literally a transition overnight, bro.
Damn.
Dope.
From Reggie, you know what I mean? I was telling you this
That's
before. I
what-
would do
that's
this. I would
funny
switch
as
it
fuck.
up. When I was doing all right, working at the AT&T, making that 15, 16 an hour, bro.
That
You know
good
what I mean?
money back then.
And I smoked Reggie for a whole week, and then I would buy Chronic and then smoke that for a whole week. And I would switch back and forth. You know what I mean? Because couldn't afford the
Right.
Chronic all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
$100 a quarter.
For real. So, I mean, fuck, that's not good. That's just
That's a lot of money back
real,
then.
bro. For real. For
That's
real.
like, yeah. Yeah, like an ounce is like $350 then. That'd be like $500 now or some shit.
I just know these fools in Albuquerque. We used to get ounces for $300, and these fools were like little baller fools. They would like sell coke and they do wild shit, bro. They go to the golf course and fucking steal like 20 fucking golf clubs and shit like that, bro. And they buy quarters every day, bro. Every day, every day, like for $100, no problem, no ass, no nothing. You want some golf clubs? Hook you up. You know what I mean? How many golf clubs I'll give you for some weed?
Right.
Yeah.
All day. That's funny.
But yeah, man, I started doing the Lazy Sundays, and then, you know, kind of, I don't even know, man. How much more time we got? We got the Notorious Sleeper over here.
Ah. Shit, we're at fucking
Probably an hour and a half.
No, we're like 2 hours.
hour and a half.
Hour and a half?
Mm-hmm.
We ain't even halfway done, bro. No, I'm just playing.
I thought we were, yeah, shit. I thought, it says hour 57 right here. Oh, yeah, but that's right. We haven't stopped recording.
We got to start over, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But, man, just, you know, like, kind of took a break from everything. You know how it goes. You get a girl sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to my baby.
Took a break. I don't know, 3-4 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't even know. No, that happened before that, you know, just, you know, always been collecting content, man, you know. A lot of graffiti, like, people like that shit. That shit's always been crazy to me.
That's how I got introduced to you was the DVDs.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
That's what I
Same.
seen first. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they were dope, bro. That shit was dope, bro. Suave showed me.
You
Shout out
watch
to
that.
Suave.
You watch that shit now though in that fucking the camera. Oh my god, dog! That
Yeah.
ass footage. You know.
But back then, bro, that was the dope shit, bro. Straight up. Just to give you props on that for sure.
Ah, thank you. And like I said, we were like, it was funny too, bro, because we would go bombing. I'd go out these fools bombing. And this is when the Broncos sucked. We had like Brian Greasy or some shit, or who was the other one? Kyle Orton.
What remember sucked is when we couldn't get past the first round of the playoffs. That's another story, though.
I know you throwing me off.
No, go ahead. Sorry. That's when the Broncos
messed up
sucked.
my story, bro. And I lost my train of thought.
No, it's when the Broncos sucked. This was back in the day.
Oh yeah, we go bombing on Sundays because everyone's at the fucking. First of all, the Broncos suck. All the police are at the fucking football stadium, so we could go in the hoods and paint broad daylight.
Have at it.
Do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was our like little plan.
Do whatever.
Pretty much. We were catching. I remember them catching. Remember when the highway went underneath right there in Swansea by the
Yep.
Perina?
Right.
Them catching that shit during the day. I'm on the fucking train shit filming them. Vans was with us.
Oh,
You
sick.
know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
Nice.
fuck yeah,
That's
just
sick.
acting a fool, man, and just you know, like I kind of when I start getting toward the end of the DVDs, I start trying to do like the grimy shit, like I was definitely influenced a lot by BGN, man, in the war videos.
Yeah, dude.
You know, shout out. Like, that shit definitely
He crushed that shit.
for real. Like, you know. And if you look at the Denver shit in there, that shit's classic, bro. Coach is killing crazy billboards. I mean, those fools are fucking going off.
You know, that's such a classic video, and people, a lot of people in the world don't realize, you know, that shit is in Denver. A lot of it was in Denver. Yeah, like they're all like, "Oh, that's L.A." Everybody's like, "Oh, I thought that was in L.A." And
shout out to Coz, man, because he has like
Crusher.
I think he has the two illest parts on that whole DVD. I know Bucket's on there and that shit's dope, but that whole when he pushes that cart full, that's ridiculous. And then when he tells that dude, "Hey, fuck you," call the cops. That's just, I got a funny story about that. But we're right there in the hood, right there on what's the street? Where's the you know where the hotel is? 7-Eleven. What's that road that goes to Commerce City? Is that still like
Vasquez?
Steel or Vasquez?
Mm-hmm.
So right when you get past the fucking hotel, there's all that tarp on the shit on the side, right?
Right.
This is one of the first times I go with them. They're painting panel and Co's are painting them, and I'm filming them. And there's like a little mini like billboard right there. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Like a little mini. It's not high.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And Co's climbs up that shit, fool. And he's catching a tag and shit. And this fool Azer pops out of nowhere. He's like, "Hey, fuck it," like on the war. And fucking Co's like smacks his head on that billboard hard as fuck. Well, you can hear that shit, bro.
Shit.
Oh, man. Because he's like, this fool popped out of nowhere. Fool like, "Hey, motherfucker," you know what I mean? Like, wow, like, oh, so that fool had a big ass lump on his head.
My
God.
God.
Was so fucking funny, fool. Oh, I was dying. But he said that shit at the end where, you know what I mean? "Hey, fuck it. Call the cops."
That's fucking hilarious.
Wow, bro. But, man, I don't even know where he left off from high. Shit.
We were pretty much talking about the graffiti and the videos and stuff. And what was the last video you did?
The last video or DVD?
DVD, yeah, the DVD.
Shit, I don't even. I mean, shit. How long were DVD? How long has DVDs not been around? You know,
almost 10 years at least. I would say at least 10. Well, I mean, technically. Anyways, yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like bootlegging. I would say like they started tapering off about 10, maybe a little over 10 years ago.
So when that shit started dying off, I just started making YouTube videos.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was just basically, you know, when the homies paint a wall. Or the homies would go out. I mean, people are always coming to town and painting this shit. Like,
right.
You know, and just going places to paint, you know, like, you know? So I was making more, like, little, like, videos. If you see them, like, there'll be graffiti, there'll be some chicks, there'll be some fights. You know what I mean? Just kind of like that shock value. Guns, like, that's the one thing you don't want to do. Like, I see a lot of people doing this, and it's definitely like bringing heat. But guns and videos, not good.
Yeah, no, the feds is watching.
No, you know, I would tell a story about that, but yeah, you know, these fools put out a video real quick. They put out like a trailer for the next. Keep it vague. They put out a trailer for the next. These motherfuckers look like terrorists. They're fucking in the desert of Arizona. But they're playing like they're fucking terrorists in fucking, I don't know where terrorists, you know what I mean? The fucking, you know what I'm talking about?
Somewhere,
yeah, some shit like that. So they're, and they're shooting guns. They're shooting wild guns.
Oh my God.
So guess what happened? In 48 hours they get raided. All kinds of guns because they think they're fucking terrorists. And they're just fucking around doing graffiti, filming some shit, trying to, you know what I mean?
Trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So guns. I always tell people this, man, like, and people can take this any way you want. Don't put gang in your name.
No.
You put gang in your name, you're admitting it.
Right.
You're going on the gang list.
Period.
There's a gang list. Right. And believe me, there are people that do music and all that other shit. Like, you call yourself whatever gang, you know, money gang, fucking hobo gang, fucking
Nerd gang.
yeah, Chezzy
all
gang,
that
like
shit.
you're on that list, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
And think of this, like real talk. If you're a CEO and I come to you, oh yeah, what's your guys' name? MILF gang? I don't know. Shout out. Shout out. But you know what I'm saying? Like, even like Taylor gang.
Mm-hmm.
I get it, but I
Right.
mean,
Right.
you got to think like even Wiz Khalifa is what he is. Like, someone's not saying, but what about that gang thing?
He's in a gang.
Mm-hmm.
But even like that, so say they give him say they give him 100 million. If he probably didn't have that gang there, he probably could have got 200 million. Straight the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true though. Damn. So, you did the YouTube videos, and so we're in the tens right now, 2010s. So, what was the previous decade like for you? Yeah, go ahead.
The previous decade?
Yeah, like in the tens. Was it a lot of YouTube videos? Did you focus on YouTube a lot, or did you start putting your energy in other places and
I was
stuff?
putting my energy in other places.
Okay.
I was part of a sick ass crew, you know?
Okay. All right.
And, you know, I had some people kind of show me some stuff. And when you're part of a crew, man, you kind of got to pull your weight. Like, you know, it's all kind of fun and dandy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But you want to elevate. And the people I was down with, there's some kings in that shit. And I kind of felt like I had to do my part.
All right.
You know what I mean? So I kind of, man, I got a funny story I can't tell, man. But, you know, I came up with a little name. Homie gave me a little name. Kind of ran with it. You know, I had to drop that name.
All right.
Cause some Cali shit.
Mm.
There's only one Loke.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And kind of like, I came up with, like, you know, some other shit, man. And just kind of, you know, start putting in a little bit of work. Start off some stickers, you know.
Right.
And two people that kind of really influenced me was this cat named Flex. Used to be down with the crew. He's cool, but he's not down with the crew anymore. But this cat Flex, man, he had like the illest stickers, bro. Like the illest sayings, like some shit that makes you read something or you see it, and then you're like, you know what I mean? Like he had one sticker that said, Funk Master Flex. Sick, bro. Sick.
All right.
He had what was the other one? Waka Flocka Flex. One hood ass.
All right.
Sick fucking sticker, bro. And this fool came to Denver, and he's still with me for a couple weeks. I was taking him out, filming and shit. And this motherfucker, within a month and a half, he is fucking up everywhere. Every which way you could think of. Like from stickers to tags to throwies. No pieces here and there. But, you know, like, dang, he was fucking wrecking shit. And he's kind of the one that kind of showed me a little bit or kind of told me how to kind of maybe, you know, get my sticker game going and shit like that.
All right.
And then, so I took his shit with the dope sayings. And then someone else that inspired me was E-Lab. Now, the thing with E-Lab is he only had one sticker, E-Lab yellow.
Right.
But you would see like 10 or 15 of them everywhere.
All
in a row.
together, yeah.
Okay.
So my shit was like, I'm going to get a gang of stickers, gang of different. And then I'm going to put them up like E-Lab, but even more. So on some real shit, if like not, I've never really side busting, but like if he's putting 10, I'm going to put 20.
All right.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm gonna do it like that because it was like his shit was tight. You see one and that's cool, but when you see 5, you're like, damn. You see a whole fucking dumpster, you're like, fuck. Or you see him in some like little cuts, like they're talking about. Mm-hmm. So I was getting a million stickers, and you know, I had the fucking back then. If it was a rack shit, get sticker packs for like $10, $20. You know, buy $100 worth full.
Right.
Homie BGN showed me, you know, go to fucking FedEx, Kiko's, black and white, 100 of them, $5. Print that shit in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, like I told on the last one, he kind of helped me out with some shit and just kind of started doing my little thizzle, man. And I went to L.A. One of the homies put me up on the wheat pace game.
All right.
You know what I mean? And, been to L.A. quite a few times in the front line. Shit. Things are different now.
Yeah.
It's a new day.
Okay.
Right.
It wasn't like it was. You go back, what, a month ago? It was war zone. Now it's a different day.
All right.
Motherfuckers can breathe.
It's a
Not to
brighter
worry
day.
about shit. It is.
All right.
So I can't even imagine going out there now. You know what I mean? Because I was doing my, I'm not no crazy graffiti writer. Even, consider myself really a graffiti writer. But when you go to L.A., man, like, it's a must.
Yeah, you have to be ready.
Yeah, you gotta be doing it. Like, ain't no.
It's going down right now.
I got my shit that believe me. Yeah, it
No
is.
shit. Yeah.
2
You were
months ago, as
saying-
soon as I step off the plane, pick up the homie and we and some bandos giving fucking bums some money like crazy homeless fools tearing shit up in there, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not even like, you know what it is? You know how LA is? You got $1. Here's 2, homie. Look out for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it was crazy, and that's how it is. But now, like I said, it's way you can go out there and sip your pina colada and catch some shit, and it's good shit.
Yeah. All right. All right.
Getting there, right?
We getting there.
Shit, man. So really, like, I don't know, did that shit. I'm pretty new, man. Like,
Right.
I just kind of crushed it.
Yeah.
Just everywhere, trying to be in, just trying to always kind of bigger and better and elevated. And shit's different now, like we were talking. So, I mean, COVID was kind of fun, It was lovely going to L.A. in COVID.
All right. Wide open.
$50 plane round trip, 20 people on the plane, no traffic. The only thing that sucks is getting food. You got to wait forever.
Yeah.
Hour waiting in the drive-thru, but I mean, it was ghost town in L.A.
Yeah.
Straight up Hollywood Boulevard, Melrose, fucking just everywhere, bro. Like, the hoods, like, we ain't exempt. Our shit started in the hood.
All right. Dang. So, and that was pretty much the 2010s for you, I would say. Or would you say?
Shit.
Like just putting in work and...
I don't even know, bro, because, like, I want to say a lot of years went by where shit was just, it wasn't really popping. You feel what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Just no, we're all good. No, I ain't even tripping. Just leave it alone, fool.
Okay.
Like, mind your business. Shit, let them be, bro.
boy's
I
rough.
heard him
Like,
snoring.
well, I'm just saying, like,
Your
if
boy's
he's
rough over here.
who, me?
No, me.
Oh no, you're straight, bro. But like, like,
okay, he was snoring. I didn't know if it went.
Oh, yeah.
That's even better, bro. Shit, that'll go by.
Lucky Juan's not here.
For real. Hey, this is a long one, man.
That's
like,
really it.
Like, fuck. Like, I don't even know, bro. I just know, like, I started running with it.
Okay.
And I ran with, I remember, like, having, like, this table, like, if you cut this table in half, just stickers, bro, like, 30 different ones, like, trading, like, I was into that for a while, too, man, like, trading with a gang of motherfucking people, sending a gang of shit out. Like, literally, like, I was going to bring you a sticker pack today, bro, and I'll bring it to you next time, but, like, I have a box, like,
Of stickers.
it's a fucking big box, like, for days, bro, and it's just like, that was a lot of work, you know what I mean? Like, sending that shit out, and you get bullshit, and you get some cool shit, and that shit I even pay for, I ain't tripping, you know what I mean? What's $10-$20, dog? You gonna send me some dough, and then you gonna do some custom? I had this crazy book, man, that, like, it was the shit I was working on. It has, like, the best shit, like, I kind of ever got, and that shit got wet in the flood. And I paid for it, but it's like it has some dope ass shit in it, bro.
Damn.
And I was even thinking, like, people, like, it's like fuck. You know what I mean? It's like that shit never gets old.
Right.
Mm.
You know, even today you're hooking me with some stickers. The homie hooked us up with some stickers the other day. It's like, man, I need to get my sticker game on.
I know.
And I went down my dad's and I found this big ass roll of blanks.
Ooh.
Like it's a huge roll. And the homie, I'll say the homie, is it Tretch, hooked me up with like this little rubber, like fucking print thing.
Oh, sick.
So I've been fiending for some stickers lately. I might have to break
Make
that
some,
shit.
bust that shit out.
Just get some regular paint. I got the mold because he carved out the mold
Right.
for me. You
Okay.
know what I mean? Like, I've seen
yeah.
that shit today. But yeah, man, just fuck.
Damn.
I'm high as a motherfucker. You know?
I know.
Man, yeah. I got toasted, bro. I got
I know.
so high.
Too.
Shoot. I worked all day, too. Woke up early.
Well, I
Man,
guess,
this is...
yeah, shit. Well, I guess we can fast forward to the now then.
Till now, man, shit.
Yeah, what are you into now? What's
the
your,
podcast? Shit.
that's
Well,
what's
what's your new hip hop though? Like, what's your
The show I'm
what's
listening
your-
to?
locally? You know, your local hip hop, like
Man,
historian type shit.
what
you
am I
know?
listening to right now? Definitely some AP. They call them AP losses. That whole shit bang.
Oh, whole shit.
Man, FBP Mo and FBP West, man, they be killing it.
Yep.
Some grit.
Great, yeah, killing it.
What else?
Shout out.
Who else, man? Like, I don't know. I mean, there's a good moment there where we're getting a lot of good music in, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
bumping Ghost, Namek, you know?
Yeah, there's definitely some good stuff for sure.
Yeah, definitely need to kind of, if y'all here out there, y'all need to send us some music so we can hear some new shit, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Fuego Flames, Ralphie Sway,
Yeah.
Pharaoh. Those guys are really crushing it right now.
They are.
And what was the inspiration that you wanted to start the podcast?
There is no inspiration. It's my life.
There you go.
I've been doing this shit the whole time.
I can dig that.
But the way this shit kind of started is someone came up to me and they kind of put the idea out there.
Okay.
And the real selling point was like, you smoke weed every day, right? Yeah, smoke weed every day, all day, you know? And they're like, you got a gang of homies, right? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, well, all you're doing is kicking it with a different homie every night and smoking some weed. And I was like, you're right. You know what I mean? So it kind of started off like that. And like I said, like, I went from music. And when I'm doing music, I'm fucking with producers, MCs, promoters, singers, all that shit right there.
All right.
And then by doing the street art and making a little name there, starting to capture all that. Because I'm a cool guy, bro. I get along with pretty much anyone. Like, you really gotta be a fucking dumbass for me not to fuck with you. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not really a dick to anyone, you know what I mean? Like, you know, kicking it with a homie you don't even know, like, you know what I mean? Just have no idea, you know?
Right.
Just here at the wall with y'all, watching y'all's back, taking a little footage, smoking weed, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know?
I hear you. And then I guess that's kind of where we're at right now, right?
Yeah, man, we've been doing the podcast. We're going to hit like 2 years here in about a week or so, bro.
Yeah.
Like 10 days.
Okay.
I don't think we're at a lot of episodes. I don't know, maybe not 300, but we are fucking.
Close to it.
Yeah, we're getting close to it,
Close
man.
to it, that's for sure.
know? And like, what's crazy is like, we've been keeping this afloat. You know what I mean? I've had some issues, some health issues, and like, fuck. You know, you give me this year back, man, it'd be making music again.
All right.
Yeah, we've been keeping it going though.
You
It's
know?
been great.
Like, we're
been a great
we're
thing.
building the relation, you know. All I was missing is the youth, the younger cats that rap. And you know what I mean? Same shit. We like to smoke weed, good music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, coming like full circle, man. Like, you know?
That's where we're at. Damn.
That's kind of where we're at today, man. Like a lot of people show me love, showed a lot of people love. Sometimes I wish some people, you know, just, you know, extend that olive branch a little to us. You know, it's not that hard. Like,
we know you hear it.
for real, man. I mean, you know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we get, you know, yeah, the city should definitely be showing love to especially to somebody like you that's put in mad work in this city for a ton of years. And man, thanks for what you did. You know, thanks for what you did for the music, what you did for graffiti, as far as the DVDs and the videos and shit. Thank you for what you're doing right now, man.
Because I tell you, man, the bigger we get, who are we promoting? We're promoting all y'all out there, bro.
Exactly.
Like,
Yep, that's
you know
it.
what I mean?
Oh, exactly.
Like people that we did podcasts last week,
we support
I've been
them, you
promoting
know.
that shit all fucking week, and we're not charging anyone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We could, you know,
Easily.
yeah. I mean, you know, I was gonna say something, but pause. You scratch my back, man, we'll scratch your back. That's the way it has to work.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If I do a podcast from you, studio time, my time, your time, that shit adds up, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Time is money.
So don't try to charge me for beats or a verse. You feel what I'm saying?
It's favor for a favor. Come on.
People don't get that though, you know, and that's kind of like the disappointing part sometimes. You know what I mean?
Well, it says a lot about their character then, in my opinion. I don't know who you're talking about and, you know, whatever the case may be, but that says a lot about an individual's character for sure.
It's just some, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I'm going to do my shit regardless.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, and believe me, motherfucker was healthy. We got connections everywhere. We really do.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, we just want to get this shit out there, man. We've been doing good, though, shit. Been knocking crazy shit out. Had some killer guests, man. Smoking that Be Good weed, you know?
Hey,
Always.
shout out,
Always.
Be Good.
Yo, why don't you let them know where to find you?
Shit, they can find me in the streets.
In these streets.
Social media, you got any platforms you want to
I don't
share?
even know what it is, bro. You could the podcast Smoking with Joe Thunder.
Yeah.
All fucking, you know what I mean, platforms.
You know the vibes.
Smoking with Joe Thunder is it podcast, is it IG? I don't even know, bro.
And the last words, any sayings?
I'm be talking forever, bro. Sayings.
No, I'm just playing. Hey,
What's worse?
Yeah.
What's worse?
that's worse. Oh my god, that's it. That's
Let
terrible.
me think real quick. I'm gonna get the. I'm all high, bro. Smoking with Joe Thunder podcast is the IG. Dropping crazy content. Dropping crazy interviews, and they're getting fucking better.
Yeah, check it out.
And they're, you know what I mean?
Yep, exactly.
They're fucking, you know, I can't even explain it, man. Like, there's something out there for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Any final thoughts? Let me think, man. Just shout out all the homies, man. Like, really be, you know, kind of, you know, be holding shit down. Like, we worldwide.
Right.
You know what I mean? We here. We LA,
Yeah.
Miami, France, Mexico. And it's just starting. I know we've been here a while, but wait till shit really starts getting cracking.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
The notorious sleeper wants to go to bed.
That was a wonderful podcast with
hell yeah.
your one and only host of the show,
Joe motherfucking
Joe motherfucking Thunder.
Joe Deezy.
Joe Tinder.
Joe Tinder. What else? Just not Joe Mama, but Joe Daddy.
Joe Daddy.
Peace.
Space.
Peace.